to hold it. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. What else can I say? But it's going to be a pleasure. And I'm looking forward to connecting, and I'm looking forward to the banter.
Big up, big up, big up, big up. Yeah, also, shout out to another Donny. First time on the show, even though it's the second show. But respect for shouting back, you get me? Man, like Dubbz, Wagwan family, you saying?
What's going on, preach, man? I hope always blessed, man. Liverpool to the end, brother. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Red or dead.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
I need the link, you know. Is that the link? All right, calm.
I put it in the group, yeah. Yeah, you got that, yeah?
Yeah. Let's go.
And then next,
last but not least,
you can see, last but not least, as you can see in the background, you get me, dedicated, decorated, get me, as you see on the tag as well, Red Pitch Podcast, get me, I met him on Specs' show, you get me, brought me in, wise guy, you get me, you know like the stereotypes about Arsenal fans, but I'd say that he doesn't hit that mark there, you get me? So we're cool, everyone's safe and that, yeah? I want to big up Wagwan fam. What you saying?
Big up, bro. Big up, safe for having me, man. Listen, boy, Deji has a nice speech still. You get me? I can't even say that, boy. So I'm gonna hold it for now.
All right, well, let's just start off. Obviously, it's mad early days. Not much football to talk about. The Club World Cup. How do you man there feel about it? I don't know. I don't know if it's 50-50. Some people are taking it serious. The banter's still kind of there if you lose. Who wants to take the floor on this one?
Yeah, I'm happy to chat because I spoke a little bit about it with a guy on my channel, Alex, a Brazilian guy. You'd be an idiot for not taking it seriously. There's $1 billion on the line that people can have a share of. Hence why everyone brought the mandem. You get me? Bayern Munich brought the mandem, City brought the mandem, Madrid brought the mandem. That's why Madrid even paid you, man, 20 mil for Trent, because they want to do this thing. So I think the Club World Cup I've been pleasantly surprised. And I think what my bedroom was telling me was that the Brazilian league, it's not a clown league. It could be up there with the Prem in terms of, he was talking like from 6 down. So not top 6, but the Brazilian teams could definitely be 6 and down in the Prem because of the amount of money that's flooded into Brazil. The betting companies now are sponsoring a lot of teams, and they're really rocking with Premier League money. Back in the day, you're buying players for 5 mil, 10 mil. Now these men are asking for 40, 50, 60 mil for their players. So the league is definitely is on the up, and it's good to see serious competition. For me, I just didn't quite understand why Chelsea's there. You know what I mean? One of the dustiest teams I've ever seen in my life. You should either top 2, but whatever. I think the Club World Cup could be a thing moving forward. I've enjoyed what I've seen so far.
How regular is it?
It's probably every 4 years now.
Yeah, 4 years, yeah.
Okay.
1 billion, like the winner gets 150. Winner gets 150 mil for a month. That's not bad. You go and say that's good guap. So let's be real. It's going to be something that is going to be taken more and more serious after this one for 100%.
Yeah.
So where you see the next one? Yeah, where's the next one held at? Is it like where the World Cup is? Is that how they correlate?
That's a good question. That might make sense, you know.
They might change it. They might change it because remember they added Messi's team in when they didn't win anything of significance really. Chelsea, like what Deji's saying, I mean that was what 4 years ago when they won the Champions League.
Yeah,
they shouldn't be in. Usually, everyone knows Club World Cup is when you won the Champions League for that season. You go towards the end of the year, but they might change it around so they can bring in the other bigger clubs because I think, as you know already, They're always saying that apparently we're running the media, you know, it's literally red media. Apparently we're controlling the narrative, even though we're not even part of it right now. But they feel that the Club World Cup would have been a bit more hyped if Liverpool was probably there, or United, or so forth. You know what I mean? So, you know, they probably might change things around.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of cobwebs in there though as well, because the ranking system it don't make sense. Apparently as well, like goals mean something else for like bigger teams than it is for the like smaller teams from the weaker leagues and stuff like that. There's supposed to be like loads of things like that. So it feels like a money grab kind of system, like
straight money grab.
But for me, I'm kind of glad Liverpool are not in it, to be fair, this year, because then the players, I think, come mid-season, towards the end of the season, we may see like City, Chelsea, well, probably Chelsea burn out. They regularly burn out, but City, hopefully, you know, I know they signed a few players, but you know, I would rather my team not be in this one, to be fair. They need the break and the overload came man. Last season, all the extra games they played, I was happy Liverpool were in it, to be fair. I don't know how you guys feel.
Agreed.
We got the chat, yeah. Think about Salah as well, getting to AFCONs as well. That would be a mad, wild. So,
exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into the signings, the ins and the outs. You get me? So we know, my club. There's quite a lot of noise. We know we definitely got to do the Arsenal thing, I guess. But like Spurs, I'm interested in Spurs too. You got the new manager in, man, like Thomas Frank. We know what kind of style he brings to his team. I don't know. You can go first if you want, Deji. Someone else, it's cool. Like, how do we feel? Well, I don't really know too much about your signings actually. So yeah, you should go first.
About Tottenham.
Yeah. Spurs. Yeah. New management.
I'll just keep it 100. You know, first and foremost, you obviously know how I like my club to move. I like my club to move respectfully, like a big club, and that's what big clubs do. You get me? You win a trophy and you get rid of the manager when they don't meet the mark, and that's exactly what we did. Had we kept him, then we would have been moving like them idiots in Manchester called United. So I'm glad that we got rid of him. 22 defeats in the Premier League season is some of the disgraceful thing I've ever seen in my life. But Thomas Frank was underwhelming. I'm not going to lie. It felt for me like a sideward step. He's never managed a team that's played in the Prem and in Champions and in Europe. And one of the reasons why we got rid of Ange is that Tottenham said they want to compete on all fronts. And that means all competitions, we want to go for it. And we want to do something in the league. And then you bring in Thomas Frank, make that make sense. So look, I'm not excited by it, but I'm happy to be proved wrong. If I'm proved wrong, then that means Tottenham have had a good season. The only interesting thing that I can say to you over the summer is that we are moving in the right direction. And these are my two hopes for Tottenham. Thomas Frank got a lot out of average players or below average players. And Tottenham got some players that if he can do what he did at Brentford, they could be moving mad. Speak to any Brighton fan, they will tell you prime Basuma is better than prime Caicedo. You heard me correctly. Prime Basuma is better than prime Caicedo. Can Thomas Frank bring back prime Basuma? If he does, it's looking very long for a lot of people. Can he bring back Bentancur? Can he bring back Maddis? If he does, it's looking long for a lot of people. Back four, Udogie, can he bring him back? One of the best, I think, in the Prem. Jed Spence, I reckon, gets a look in and gets a shout, and he could do a lot on that right hand side. You get me? Trent incarnated, and then we've got Romero and we've got Van de Ven, and I think Solanke can do the job. Where Tottenham is weak is on the wings, and the movement in the market is sounding very sweet right now. It looks like Tottenham have made Eze our priority, so that sorts out our left hand side. If we get Eze. And then the right-hand side, we're looking at Semenyo. If we get them two brothers in,
it's a different dimension, isn't it?
What's that? It's a different kettle of fish. Just like if United get Mbeumo and Mateta, all of a sudden we're all sitting up going, right, hold on. that attacking three now look like they can do something. So for me, Eze, Semenyo, Solanke with prime Basuma, prime Madders, that's the key. If them men are prime, Tottenham is a definitely top 6 side. If them men are moving like the waste men they were moving this season, then yeah, it's long and we need to sort out that midfield. So, but we won't know until we play PSG on the 13th, and then I'll be able to give you, you know, my thing. If we win the Super Cup, yes, it's looking great. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be shaking my bum violently. I'm not gonna lie, but if we get banged like 5-6-0, then yeah, it could be a long season for Spurs.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
to add on something, does SA have a clause? I don't know.
Yeah,
if
it's got a release clause, bro. And the maddest thing is that Crystal Palace have lowered it, so the release clause was 68 mil, and they're willing to accept 60 mil from Spurs, and for that 60 mil to be paid over 3 years.
That's decent.
What a pleasure. So if they do that, it's a great deal, man. And Eze's already indicated that he wants to come to Spurs. He sees himself, he wants to play in the Champions League, and rightly so. And we're happy to give him that opportunity since no one else in the Champions League does. So let him come and be a hero at my club all day long, and let's go. But I think Eze, yeah, that's a real player right there. That's a real player. But I feel like him on his own is not enough. I still think Tottenham need to back that with 3 other gunmen.
Is it Romero leaving though? I heard that he's looking up though for Atletico.
Bro, he can bust out to Buenos Aires for all I give a damn. Did you get me? The guy was a liability last season. I'm not going to lie. And to be honest, for me, Romero, he's won a trophy. Danzo, a lot of Tottenham, I warned Tottenham fans. I said, this Danzo brother is serious. When I saw him broke up Mbappe's nose, I knew this guy is no joke. So if he goes, Danzo is more than capable of filling in Romero's shoes. So we're not even scared. I think the only thing that I'm a bit pissed about is only 60 mil for Romero. I think really and truly, if World Cup winner in his prime, he should be going for no less than 80 mil.
Okay. I've never heard a Spurs fan talk with so much chest.
And he's won 5 and 5. Every final that Romero played in, he's won a trophy. Hold that. So yeah, so for me, 80 mil minimum.
Yeah, okay. That's calm. Anyone else? How you feel about Spurs and the changes that they've made?
Unknown, man. Unknown.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just unknown, isn't it? But if they definitely get Eze and Semenyo, it will bring a different dimension to them. But it's then again, like at the back, from midfield backwards, can they be relied on? You know what I mean? Like they're a bit Spurs. This year they're going to be Spursy or not. We'll see. But you know what I'm saying? We'll see. What
the back could be good though. Our back line could be all right. Remember, the part of the reason why we got exposed was because of that high line. My man doesn't do that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Actually, individually, they look like
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah.
Interesting.
You saying Cav was just smiling through all of that Tottenham?
Well, I know. Shit. Like you said, I never heard a Tottenham fan talk with so much chess before. You know what I'm saying? It's a new experience, man. It's a new experience.
Respect.
Listen, man, I think in terms of Spurs, like Deji said, man, if those are 2 massive signings, if they can get through the door, massive. I think Thomas Frank, like we said, I think Thomas Frank will do a better job than Ange. You know, I'm not sure the fixtures, how they start, but if they start off well, man, you never know.
We got you, man, in November. We got, I think we got Chelsea in November. But basically, up until November, they're winnable games. I wouldn't be surprised.
Go on, say it. Go on.
For top 2 or 3, I can't lie to you,
but didn't your previous manager start like that anyway? And started like that, and then was his name Nuno? Didn't he start like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not really the proof in the pudding until, like you said, until November, December time. That's when we'll know
Yeah,
how good he really is.
yeah. But if we start off well, and also the difference is, because we won that trophy, and I didn't quite understand it until I won. Do you know what I mean? And what is kind of seeping out of the Spurs fan base and our spirit right now is that we just want to do it again. Do you know what I mean? Like, we just want to win again. Like, we'll win it. So I just feel like we've got a different mentality this year.
What's the expectation to win what? Which one?
For me,
yeah.
I think. Look, I think Thomas Frank would have done a good job. Remember, it's his first season. If it was Ange, I would have had different expectations. But for me, if Thomas Frank gets us top 6 and we win a domestic trophy, I think for Spurs fans, not for me, I think Spurs fans would be satisfied with top 6 and their FA Cup.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, big up the man. Yeah, big up. I like that. Big up the man them that just popped on. You get me? Respect. Pause. YouTube show. You get me? Respect. You get me? Yo, Yoms, you're the only one representing your gang. So
yo,
Yoms is Man United. Yeah.
Big up the panel. Big up the panel.
Big up Yoms.
Yo, Preach, you never told me that. You never told me Deji was gonna be here, bro. I wouldn't have agreed to this.
No, you know
what? Quite
a lot of. Yeah, what you want to, now you lot can hold that rivalry for a second still, but a lot of short notices. So respect to the man them that came to still. Yoms, Man United. I'm gonna be real as well. I'm echoing. Is that echoing? Yeah, I'm gonna be real. Obviously, you, Man United and Spurs are not the team that finished off at the lower half of the season of the table. Yeah, I don't believe that's the level of your team, really and truthfully. That doesn't represent you. So I do feel that this season, I felt whatever manager you had, you would have been back up there, maybe the top 8 anyway. Yeah, that was just due to the player power. Yeah, I just want to know how you feel in general. Kind of keep that in mind. How you feel about this season? Let's talk about your players coming in, players going out. Your Man United, a bit of a shock, kind of.
It's a mad one. I can't lie to you, Preach. It's a mad one because I don't really know what to expect. We're gonna be better, especially if we get Mbeumo over the line. Not hanging my hat on Mbeumo, but I just think he's the type of character that you want in the club. I think that United we've got characters that you just don't want there at the moment, and that's why I have to disagree when you say the position is not reflective of the club and the players. It kind of is, because these men are just overpaid brats. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think getting people in who actually want to win football matches, and I think where it switched for United was where I think we got to a place where players didn't mind losing games or not winning, and I think the type of characters that we're going for now are man that, like, do you get what I'm saying? These guys, you can tell Mbeumo is about winning games, like Cunha is about scoring goals, winning games. Do you know what I mean? So if we can get those two, well, we've got Cunha over the line. If we get Mbeumo over the line, if we could get a striker in that's of a decent caliber, then I think we've got a decent chance of finishing the top 8, top 6 even. Do you
change the keeper though?
I changed the keeper personally, but it depends on who's available. There's a lot of talk of Martinez. I'm not having that. Martinez's stats is worse than bloody Onana's. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not having Martinez at all. I don't like. We're just talking about
maybe he's better in the front of a different defense,
bro. We're talking about characters, and Martinez was humping the trophy when he won it. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, in front of penalties, yeah, he's probably the best that's done it for a long time. But just in terms of his overall goalkeeping, I'm not rating him. So if there's a lot of talk about Costa, if Costa's available, it's like you may as well give him a shot because he can't be worse than Onana, surely. But I think there's a few positions that I cover before goalkeeper.
There's Magnan's available though, isn't it?
Who?
Magnan
from From Milan, yeah.
I've got to be honest, I've not seen a lot of him. The only thing I know about him is that Chelsea wanted him. I've not really seen. And where is he at the moment?
AC
Milan.
Yeah, man. I don't want no keepers from Italy. And I've got to be real. I've got to be real, bro. I've got to be real. We're all brothers. We're all brothers on this show, yeah. I've never seen it's just not a position that's for us. Sometimes you just gotta you get me. Sometimes you just gotta recognize it's just not for us, bro. So yeah. For me personally, it depends on who's available. But
would you take Ramsdale?
Nah. When a keeper's been, it's difficult to. Especially a goalkeeper, it's difficult to accept a goalkeeper that another club has said is not good enough.
And relegated multiple times.
And multiple times relegated. It's just not looking good. His CV is just not one that you would. You get me? If you're sifting through a CV, you're not going to look at his and say, "Yeah, this is the guy we want to interview." Get it? So yeah. That's my view. That's my view on United. I know. Sorry, it's a bit boring. I'm not coming out with, "Yeah, we're going to win the trophy," but. Yeah, I just want to see the players that we get them in early, get a pre-season, and then I'll determine, cool, we should be finishing top 6 or whatever it is, depending on who we sign.
Okay. And where are you with Avram? Is you stay on the fence out?
Amarim, do you know what? I think there's a lot of talk in the United fan base about we need to cut. You cannot hire a manager. Give him no transfers and no windows. He's had a winter window in which we bought a player that the club was looking at well before Amarim came in. We know he didn't change his system, and I think I can understand why he didn't want to change his system. We needed the information. We've got the information as who needs to go, who's up for it, who's not, who can play certain positions, who can't. And then we now need to give him the backing and the players that allow him to flourish. We bought him for a system. Do you get it? We went out and said, this is the system you play. We're bringing you in. You're going to come and play that system. We can't now say without any signings or any backing to play that system, we got to sack him. I think that's madness.
But hold on. Would you have said the same thing if you got relegated?
Probably not, because relegation is a step too far, isn't it? Do you get what I'm saying? I don't think even with the players we've got, even with their characters and how crap they are, relegation is a step too far. You can't be.
It sounds mad anyway, innit? Man United talk about relegation.
It sounds bonkers, but that's the truth of what we've done. You get me? We've gone and got Sancho for 100 million and given him 300 bags a week. This guy is not good enough. Do you get me? There's bare players over the years that's just not been good enough, but their relegation is a step too far, though.
Trust. Fierce.
Yeah, that's calm. All right, then let's talk about Arsenal. See what's going on there. As you know, I feel like wherever you go, someone's talking about Arsenal.
Yeah, man.
Wow, it's wild. I don't know. I don't understand. Before we go into the ins and outs, what do you reckon? You reckon there's pressure on you, man, there? Or is it forced pressure?
No, there's definitely pressure. There's definitely pressure because you're looking at you boys making some top quality signings. And then you're looking at City, obviously they're adding again. Rodri's back. I don't know if we'll get the same Rodri, but that's a bonus. And I feel that we're moving slightly slow in this transfer market, but like I said earlier, I'm not worried. If in 4 weeks we still haven't got a centre forward and a left midfielder, then I will be a bit more worried. But Zubamendi's a great start to the window. Personally, I think that's a great start, and I feel that I'm quite confident Berta's gonna appease the fans and bring in some top signings, man. It's just taking a while, but listen, I reckon from January the 1st, I think you'll see an influx of signings coming in anyway, not just from us, but from possibly
Not January.
the
We
Jordan.
let same
July,
mistake again, January.
July.
Yeah, same
sorry.
mistake
I
again.
said
Last
January.
time you got.
Yeah,
What's with this January business, bro? You keep doing
You might be telling
that.
the truth, bro. You might be telling the truth with the Arsenal move, mate. It might be telling.
You're talking like Newcastle making moves.
Is that
Nah,
rumors
let's not do
going
that.
around? Yeah,
Not yet.
Yeah, don't
Not
do
do
that. Don't do that.
There you go.
Let
But
Prince control the team. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
it's cool. It's cool.
I wasn't
There's definitely pressure on our manager, though. Definitely pressure on Arteta. 100%.
Is it a win sign or out situation for you? Then do you think?
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's like I was saying again. If by November it's not looking good, then he's got to go before the end of the year.
So what trophy? So say like he wins Carabao Cup, is that enough? Or FA Cup?
Yeah.
Carabao, no, I don't think so. I think that's not enough for him. It's got to be FA Cup and a league challenge. I can maybe just about take that, but then I'd probably have to do an and say, listen, yeah, you won us FA Cup. It's time to go anyway. But I think the only way he stays is if it's a league or Champions League win. Anything less, he's got to go.
Let's be honest. You're not gonna get the league. The way I see it, I don't see what transfers you can make here that's gonna have you scrapping with City and Liverpool, because the business that they've done, the managers that they've got, I think they're out of your league. I think you're going to be fighting out with the rest of us for top.
But we've not seen them play like Verts. Yeah, Verts has come in and annoys, but we've not.
Brother, there's no way Verts is flopping. There's no way Verts is flopping. Yeah, there's no way Slot's flopping. Yeah,
We don't know that.
It's not happening, man. They're not going to finish below second. They're not.
They knew that last year when we got Slot. They knew that he was going to flop then. All that talk they was given, and now he's all certified.
And now he's got money. Now he's got money. Yeah, so if you don't stamp on it, I just don't.
Listen, when they get your main guy, your number 14,
we'll get to that because that's
I hold my hands up.
They'd have to do it without him. It's not happening. But
it does feel a little bit like, remember the year when Spurs should have won it? When I think it was the year Leicester won it, right? Everybody else was topsy-turvy and Spurs just had a really good run. And I think they had been, I don't know if that was before or after Champions League final, but after that, it felt like their time had just passed. Do you get what I mean? It feels a little bit like that for Arsenal. Like the last 2 or 3 years, we should have seen Arsenal win the league, really. And it feels like now Liverpool are just on a madness. Like you say, City are on a madness. And it seems like that Arsenal time is just passing, regardless of what you can kind of try and do in the transfer window. Like
100%.
Definitely.
And also, I feel like
You still got to wait though to see what they do though. I feel like
Arsenal
you still got to see what they're bringing.
I just feel like they're not a serious team, bro. I can't lie to you. I feel Arsenal are not serious. You know, Man City, like everyone has said on the panel, you know, Liverpool's already making moves. They won the league. They're making moves. City, they had the 4P. They've made moves. And Arsenal, they're moving like that motif that their man put out, or that tifo that they put out in the semi-finals. They're moving like a shower. They're moving like a shower curtain. You know what I mean? Like, it's not fit for a club that size. They're just not. I don't think they believe in themselves. You know what I mean? And the sooner they move out of the way, the better. To be honest with you, because if you lot, you're waiting for July to bring in Sesko. I mean, they had an opportunity to bring in Gokeres, and now they're chatting about Sesko. I mean, and then Arsenal fans are shaking their bum for Zubimendi, and I'm saying, does he start ahead of Partey? I mean, it's a whole load of confusion. Like that.
Don't forget Madueke as well.
Madueke. Do you get what I'm saying?
We ain't getting Madueke.
Zubimendi can't be starting ahead of Partey. Can't. That don't make no sense. So I think they're a hot mess, and to me, I think we see Arsenal finally. I think you're right, Yoms. I think that the ship has sailed, and it wouldn't be surprised if we see Arsenal finish 4-4 lower.
It's good though, because there's no pressure, so it's all good. The pressure.
There's never been pressure on you, and you still don't deliver.
There was pressure on us. It was last season. It was meant to be our season, innit? That was big pressure.
Yeah.
Who said it was your season though? Like who was saying it's your season?
Why was it your season?
Everyone said the fans and media.
A lot of people,
said
yeah, they thought.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
City
one
would
of them.
have
I was one of them as well. Still,
I didn't think so because we still hadn't signed a proper centre forward, so I was still like.
So you see, like the players that you're linked with, yeah. So was it Sesko, and Gokaras, and Madueke? Are they really
upgrades? Are they really taking you to another level
that you need to go to that Liverpool and City are
now pushing to?
I think if we sign Gyökeres and forget Madueke, if we sign, say, Rodrigo and Gyökeres, then yeah, definitely.
I think money, man.
What do you mean?
I'm telling you, you ain't got the money. I'm telling you, you don't have the money. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't have the money.
Okay.
And Newcastle too.
No, I'm not saying about Newcastle. This is not about Newcastle. They don't. We don't need to spend that much money. We've got our prime striker. They ain't got the money.
We've got the money, bro. Trust me.
You have not got the money. Why are you screaming?
We didn't have the money, but we didn't have the money when we signed. Before we signed Rice, we didn't have the money then.
That's why you ain't got the money, because you blew it on Declan Rice. That's why you ain't got the money, bro. Yeah, you have not got the money. Yeah. Remember, Isak was meant to come to you, lot. Yeah, and I told you can't afford him. I told you can't afford it. Yeah.
All right, so what?
We can afford him, but we need more than.
Afford him, bro. Come on, man, you can't,
bro.
So you can't afford it. If you need more, then you can't afford him.
No, they can't.
No, but we need.
They can. No, Arsenal's all right. They're safe. They're all right. They can.
They can't spend 150 million on one player. They can't.
I don't know how this. I don't know how they can.
Also got a leeway. There's a leeway. You know, like overdraft. There's a bit of that as well that you're allowed to.
Well, go and do it then, innit?
I said overdraft.
Put the money up.
Arsenal spent a lot of money over the years, and I think people kind of forget just how much Arsenal spent in the last 5 years. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, they've spent a lot of dough, and they're not really great at selling either. They're very similar to us in the transfer market in that they bring, like, they'll splash out 100 million on a player, and then their sales will be like 5-10 million. Do you got I don't see how Arsenal can go out and splash like 85 on Sesko or 80 on Sesko, whatever is being touted, and then go and spend 70 on someone else. I don't see it. Like, okay. And then they've already paid what is it, 44 or 45 for Zupermende? Like, you're talking like a 250 million pound window then. And if there's no pressure now,
listen, Berto was given the funds. Trust me, don't worry about that. We'll see anyway. We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
So what? You've got no PSR issues anyway. I know that for a fact.
So what striker? What striker do you have in mind, fam?
Me?
Yeah, say.
To be fair, I would take Gyökeres. Like I was saying earlier, if Watkins was younger, then I would have taken Watkins personally. But yeah, no, I think Gyökeres over Sesko for me at this present moment. Because I feel that if Sesko comes in, he doesn't start. I think Havertz still starts ahead of him, and then it'll be his job to kind of lodge Havertz off. But I think if Gyökeres comes in, he goes straight in.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds hard still. Well, yeah, I think you lot are make or break. I think once you lot cover up those cracks and get the players that you want, there's nowhere to hide. And if it doesn't work, yeah, then it's out. But I don't think you're far off from it working. I won't even lie though. Man, them are saying like, nah. But I feel like right striker, because you when they play well when you're gassed and hyped. You get me? I think you lot are kind of like a bit emotional on the pitch in terms of like the mood. Get me? If the mood ain't the best, you don't get the best out of the players. So I think if you get the right striker.
Remember, there's 2 teams they have to finish above now. You know, they're not doing that. They're not.
Why is it 2? Why is it 2?
Because City and City.
How do we
champion.
Yeah, we said City last season. How do we know it's not?
City coming off the back of a 4-peat, so have to end sometime. But every time they lose the league, look what happens. They go and win it again. So they will be challenging.
Are we saying City because of reputation, or are we saying City because of
the transfer activity, the reputation, the manager? You know what I mean? They've got everything's there to make a challenge. Yeah. And the facts show that when they lose the league, they tend to go back and win it.
But they haven't corrected all their flaws, though, have they?
No, I don't think they're finished. I don't think they're finished in their transfer activity.
Yeah, so at the moment you can't say City are back because they haven't corrected
but they're
all
better
their
than
flaws.
Arsenal. At the moment, they're better than Arsenal. For what they've done in the transfer market, I believe that squad is better than Arsenal's.
They fixed right back.
No, they haven't fixed the right back. They fixed the left back.
And the keeper
they bolstered the midfield and their attacking options.
The keeper.
Yeah. What about the keeper? Ederson's still better than
Ederson and what's it called? The swapping last season. He didn't know which one was number one, so he hasn't really corrected that.
But it's not correct. They're both still good keepers.
They're good goalkeepers. What I'm saying is both of them.
So are you telling me Arsenal's squad is better than City's?
I'm not saying Arsenal's squad is better, but you're saying that City are fixed. I didn't
say they're fixed. I said they're better than Arsenal.
You said
if they're
better than Arsenal,
then they finished top two. They're better than Arsenal.
Yo, if I had my last tenner and I had to put it down on City or Arsenal right now, I'm putting it on City all day long.
No, but you don't. But generally you would because of what's it called. What I'm saying is they're not. You can't say they're back. So
I'm not saying they're completely back because I don't think they're finished in their activity. But as it stands, I believe they will finish above Arsenal. Yeah, and no other team is going to finish above them. Maybe Liverpool. They're probably Liverpool favourites. So it's those two. And I think Arsenal are below that. There's nothing Arsenal have done to show me that they're serious yet. So
then where were you guys finishing? Because Specs was saying you lot are challenging next season.
But don't bring me into this mad.
I'm asking.
Okay. I don't think Specs said that based on what we've got now. I think he said
yes, he did.
Exactly, D-man.
No.
There's no way he said that the squad that we have now is going to challenge.
Of course not.
Yes, he did.
Bro.
Yes, he did.
After they beat, who did he beat?
Wait,
you beat someone, and your chest was high, and you were
my chest
talking.
was high. You're telling me with this squad as it stands, I said we can challenge. I said with this squad, and we add significant plays, bro.
Right.
I don't see no reason why.
He did not say that.
He did say that.
What do you mean?
Go back.
You
played with the
We clicked about
he said that, but he said it later. He said it later.
I said it later.
Most recent statement, no?
You know, that's sick, you know. How did I get involved in this conversation? I'm sitting there quietly.
We've got a lot to do. We've got a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of work to do. We need 4 or 5
Get it right. Why not, bro? Not saying winning. It's a challenge. That's all. All right.
We might as well stay there. So
no, let's not stay there.
It seemed like most people agreed with the top 2. Yeah, Liverpool, City. And me personally, you know, I think the top 2 is Liverpool, Arsenal still. I don't actually think City back. I think once they get pressured, they'll crumble.
Every season that
City will come under pressure.
Doing this streaming thing.
The team that's done 4 peat and they're gonna come under pressure.
No.
Yeah, I feel like you see, like just like last season, anytime they played someone that was a team that was sure about attacking and scoring, they couldn't handle it. Yeah,
that's a one-off season, bro. That's a one-off season.
I don't reckon it's a one-off. That's what I'm saying. I reckon it's.
What will be interesting is if City put pressure on Liverpool, can Liverpool handle the pressure? Because every time they haven't. They've lost.
Yeah, but D-man, you've got to understand. City,
we have handled the pressure. We're talking about.
We don't know.
97 points and 92 points. How we not handle the pressure? We have to win week in, week out.
Did you win the league?
Let's be honest, man.
All I'm saying is when City,
we went on a 15-game winning streak, and you're saying we can't handle the pressure. What are you talking about?
The facts are, when City turn up the heat on you lot, you finish match them.
But
you finished
what do you mean?
How you match them?
If we went bar for bar,
we're bar for bar
each week. How's that under pressure? Under pressure is like,
okay.
They win this week, we lose that week. That's not under. How can we not cope under pressure?
The facts are, when they turn up the heat, you finish second. Yes or no? Yes or no? You finish second.
You're turning up the heat, and my
yes or no?
It's different.
It's a simple question. Yes or no?
We didn't crumble though. I said we crumbled.
That's what I'm saying.
D-man,
let Dubbz have his say, man.
D-man, in the 21-22 season, yeah, We were I think we were 14 or 15 points behind City. We clawed it back to 1 point, bro.
Right.
But
we lost it out. We lost in the last game of the season with 10 minutes to go because Villa flopped.
Okay,
fair enough. But we crumbled.
That's not crumbling, bro.
Crumble is a harsh word. What I'm saying is, when you go neck and neck, who wins?
They do. But it's not under pressure. That's not under pressure. You go bar for bar. That's not under pressure. How's it pressure?
What do you mean? The pressure turned up to high, innit?
No,
so losing by
the stakes are high.
Losing by a point is cracking.
I know what
that's mad, bro.
And I think let's not be too disingenuous. Like, let's be real. The Premier League wasn't competitive this season for whatever reason. It could have been tougher, but I felt like Liverpool didn't come out of gear one, and that's testament to you, man. You didn't even have to come out in gear one, and you won. But when the pressure was on, which was the Champions League, you flopped there. Do you get me?
What's flopping? What's flopping though? What's flopping?
Oh, you got beat, bro. Like
on penalties. On penalties though. If we got whacked like 5-0 like into the, then cool. We lost on penalties.
Yeah. And then the other game that you were expected to win, which was Plymouth. Do you know what I mean?
Man, still doing that.
What with 15 with 10 changes? It's all good.
I'm just
don't let Diddy do that to you, bro.
They're taking anything they can, bro.
A cup final pressure, no? A cup final pressure.
Well, it's like Spurs went 1-0 up and you were cheering and we thumped you in the second leg, isn't it?
A cup final.
That's pressure, isn't it?
Against what? A depleted Spurs team.
Here comes the contest.
Can I just be real? And listen, banter aside, did you think this season was competitive?
No, that's not our fault.
Exactly.
It's just like me saying when City got 100 points. Was the league competitive then? No one said that.
No one said that.
Competitive when they beat you both times. They beat you both times. That's when it was competitive.
What? No, hold on. What I'm saying is, when City won with 100 points, did people say league's not competitive? Yes or no?
Yeah.
No. That's
no one said it. They'll say that's a great achievement.
How can a team get 100 points and people say the league's competitive?
Yeah, but everyone said no one said it. No one said it. That's my point.
What do you mean no one said it? They said City walked the league. They said
no one said that. No one said that, D man. Everyone said that is a great achievement.
I think the difference with when City got 100 points was how good they were. So you see where Deji said Liverpool didn't have to come out of first or second gear. Like we kind of agree. You didn't.
Neither City. If you get 100 points,
when that City 100, that City 100 points team was wild. That team was insane.
Exactly.
I think we got a cipher between two things here. The league itself wasn't competitive, but in game it was competitive. Like the game by week games, there was. Because we weren't winning like 4-0 and 5-0 and that. Yeah. Get me? So competitively, yeah, in game. But for the title, yeah, there was nothing. It was just all us. Like everyone.
And that's why I say that this season would be the marker of whether what you did last season was legit. I think what you did was extraordinary and well done to you, man. But even like with this whole Slot thing and Liverpool fans shaking it, I actually still think Slot is on fraud alert for me. And if he is able to do it this year, then I would say it's legit. But for me,
so Deji, real like honest answer here. Where did you actually initially put Liverpool in position?
I'm not gonna lie. I actually thought Liverpool was gonna flop this year. Because I thought Slot was an unknown. He's coming from the Eredivisie, the Dutch league, and I've never trusted that league. And I didn't think he was going to be able to assimilate. But can I just be real? Because what I don't like is the disrespect that you man give to Jurgen Klopp. He left a formidable team that even me, I would have got top 3 with that Liverpool team. And I ain't even got my FA level 1. Do you know what I mean? And I reckon I'm getting top 3 with that squad. So before we say Slot did this amazing thing, did he? I think this season now, where he starts to mold the team in his image a bit more, then we will know Wagwan. But I can't give him props for something that someone else did.
Bro. That's a bit harsh, man. Come on, bro.
No, I can't do that.
I think there's an element of truth in there. If you know me already, like I'm a big fan of Michael Edwards, Hughes now. Like, so I feel like what you're saying, the credit goes to them as well. Like, there's less percentage on Slot, but there's more percentage on Hughes and more percentage on Edwards. As a team, like, name a club that really worked like this. Them three men, like, worked in this manner, this way, so on point, on the same page. So I agree with you. Like, we haven't seen all of Slot, but I just think, like, this season's achievement wasn't just down to him. It was everyone gets a percentage. Jurgen for the 2.0, because everyone thought it's going to be the same as United with Fergie, and then Arsenal with Emery. You get me? Like, they thought it was the same.
But you know what? What's the perception if he spends all this money and he doesn't win the league or Champions League this season? What's the perception of him then?
Whatever you got one.
From you guys. What from the Liverpool fans?
He's got credit, bro. He's got credit in the bank, bro. He's got bare credits, man. So, like, it just depends on the season.
I just found a tenner in my jacket pocket. Is that you just found a tenner? I got a bit of money. That's what it is. It's not really a problem, bro. Like, we just won it.
Like, I think a lot of the time as well, the players don't really get ratings. Like, you've got to give Liverpool players ratings, man. They wanted it. Like, to keep going and to normally come second to Liverpool, to City, and then to keep going again next year and then come second again, and to keep going and to keep going and to keep going. They wanted it this year, innit? I think now it's going to be a test, because the second one is always the most difficult. Like, if you've just won, winning it again is the most difficult. Everybody, defending it is harder than winning it. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think this is going to be an interesting season for Liverpool, but we can't say if Slot don't, like, putting the pressure of winning it on Slot again. I think that's just mad. Like, if Slot finishes fourth, like, so what? He's won a Premier League. Do you get what I'm saying? On his first year, like, that's wild credit in the bank.
If it's fourth, it's got to be a top four race. It's not fourth like drifting. It's got to be a top four race.
But even if you get fourth and you're drifting, it's like you guys have said, it's credit in the bank. But as for people like me who've got the doubts about Slot, will be like,
vindication.
Well, he's got credit in the bank because maybe the season just so happened to fall perfectly for him. But actually, this time round, you know, when the going got tough, you get me, he wasn't able to perform. There was a couple matches where we needed Liverpool just to show that this Slot brother is the one. And, you know, even though I think you guys struggled against Fulham a little bit, do you know what I mean? Just there were a few questions left unanswered that I'm looking forward to seeing Liverpool. And if you do it again, big up to you. I mean, it's about time there's a changing of the guard.
Which Fulham game?
I'm not
which
going to
Fulham
be blind.
game?
The Fulham away game he's talking about.
This is wild.
Hold up, Deji. Are you saying that basically he's another Claudio Ranieri, possibly?
I think so, bro. I he's on.
Good evening, everyone.
He's on fraud alert. That's all I said.
I said fraud alert. You know, that's mad.
No, but Deji, also context needs to be put here, because I think the time where you're alluding to as well, when Liverpool weren't performing well, was also during Ramadan. So you got to understand, with those particular key games, they were very high intensity. 2 games against PSG, 1 going to extra time and a penalty, and then we had Newcastle in the final a few days later.
Oh yeah,
we really had to push those players.
And you put Newcastle in it, but I hear you. You put Newcastle in it, but I hear you.
Huh? Yeah, but I'm giving you lot props. You're a team that plays at a high intensity level, and remember, we also played you not long before that as well, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to say to you, all in between that particular time, we've had to play so many tough games. Konate, as you know, he dropped in the game against PSG, right? He couldn't continue because why? His body's it weren't replenished enough to keep going. Salah wasn't at his peak form.
Distractions.
Context needs to be put here over those particular games. And
does that mean you was a bit over reliant on them though?
For Salah, Salah literally, I'm not gonna lie, I won't lie to you. Salah, he carried us. I won't lie to you. Salah carried us this season.
I think that was wild.
But everyone's reliant on their stars.
Yeah. But
regardless.
I don't know about carry though. Like when you look
No,
at
it's not carry. But what I'm saying is every team here relies on their big players, regardless.
Not like Salah though.
So you don't rely on Isaac then?
No, I think it's more heavily slanted on.
No, Salah is more heavily.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. Salah is different.
So without Isaac's 22 league goals this year, where would you be?
We'll never find out.
Okay.
The goals would have spread it. So you would have spread it elsewhere. You would have spread it elsewhere.
I'm just keeping it honest, man. Salah was what 63% contribution to the goals and assists this season. So of course he played a massive part to the team. But I have to admit as well, a lot of our other players did contribute. So that means the likes of Gakpo, Diaz, Soboslai, goals and assist wise, they did contribute. But of course, Salah was a massive, massive part of that. But Newcastle, you got to admit, man, Isak carried you lot as well.
Nah, man. I wouldn't say it carried us, man. It was a team collective thing, get me?
Murphy had a great season.
Goals spread it out, you get me?
Isak's goals don't happen if Murphy ain't there, you know?
You get me? Spread it out, man.
Mars
spread it out.
9 goals, Same
Murphy want to replace.
Let's go there.
Upgrade. We don't want to replace, upgrade. Yeah?
Let's go there.
Level
so
up.
We get you man there want to upgrade, yeah? What does a Newcastle look like without Isak though first?
A bunch of thugs. A bunch of thugs. Let's have it right. A bunch of thugs. That's what they are. Thugs.
Whoa.
Thugs.
Oh, wait. Who's your team? Oli, who's your team?
Fuck Joe.
It doesn't matter what my team is.
Only one team has fans that talk like that, man.
Well, Arsenal.
Yeah.
And you got that, and you talk about thugs and you got Havertz on your pitch, bro, going around punching up people. Nah, you're taking liberty.
Should we talk about your midfield? Bunch of thugs.
Yeah, the best midfield in the league. Yeah,
still a bunch of thugs.
How is Tonali a thug?
You picked the Italian man who's not.
You said
about the two Brazilians.
He's our best midfielder, no?
And look who you want to buy, João Pedro. Thuggish team. That's what you're.
He's a thug. Yeah, João Pedro's got that in him. But no, listen. We're not losing Isak. We don't have to find out what we're going to be like without him. We're not losing him.
João Pedro's the replacement, man.
You don't know that.
He's not the replacement. He's not.
I saw they going for Jota today, 45 mil.
Yeah, that was a troll. Don't listen to the trolls, man.
That's mad.
Why are we going to go? Listen, we've already got a crock in Callum Wilson. Why are we going to go for Jota, please? What does he have? No.
Isaac replacement, isn't it?
Because D-man, like I've been telling you, I saw the other week, Jota's a better player than Wilson, bro.
No, he's not.
They're
both injury prone. They're both useless. Man. Yeah. And if you look at their stats, Wilson's stats are better than Jota's. Yeah.
Ain't Wilson out of contract?
Well, apparently they're in talks. Apparently, but
an incentive-based contract. He's going to be our third choice striker. Let's get that right. Maybe fourth. The way Asuda's playing, he might be fourth. Yeah. So there's no way we're going to a new season with Callum Wilson as our second choice striker.
It can't work.
Quote me on that. It's not happening. Not happening. Yeah. So if it's Pedro, fair enough. If not, we'll go elsewhere. But there's no way we're going into a Champions League season with Callum Wilson as our second choice.
I hope not.
No, there's no chance. There is no chance.
Specs D-man, are you lot happy with the profile player that you lot are actually linked to, though?
Yes or no?
Yeah, we're not Man United. I mean, we're not like Liverpool's and Arsenal's and City's and the Barca's. Like, man's got to know that, innit? So man can't look too ahead of like the caliber. Do you get what I'm saying? I just hope we can kind of go back to the stages of kind of like, yes, Bruno G was known, but not the level that he is now.
Yeah,
but kind of like Isak, no one really fucked with Isak. We fucked with Isak.
But
like, our due diligence, you get me? Proper thing.
All that's come out really is Premier League proven players. Yeah,
yeah.
But it also came out that Newcastle are quietly confident. They're happy that the fact that their foreign targets are not being leaked to the media. There's no way we're just going to be looking at all Premier League based players. Because look at the prices that they've been
made offers to, though. Look at the players who've made offers to.
Yeah, Elanga and Pedro. I'm not mad at that.
That's been leaked because it's obvious, isn't it? That's the obvious, isn't it? It's Premier League.
Elanga, though.
That's going to come out. I'm cool with Elanga. What's wrong? I'm cool with that. Gordon, Isaac, and Langa up front. One of the fastest front three probably be in the Prem. I don't.
And then Pedro's a little backup or a link up, whatever. Listen, that's why. I believe that we're linked to. We're looking at other targets that are not Premier League proven, not Premier League based.
It must be behind this.
Because if you look at the profile player that we've signed, our big players have not come from the Premier League.
That's what
Botman,
I said.
Bruno, Tonali.
That's what I said.
Yeah, those are our biggest players, and none of them had Premier League experience.
What
And it's the same too. It's Nixon and Howe that picked those players. So the profile's there.
What are you man hoping to do this year? Like, is it a challenge for the league or
no? Solidify top four again. Top four. Solidify top four.
Tough. I think that'd be tough for you because when you
very tough.
When you was in Champions League last time, we found it hard to do the Wednesday, Saturday game.
We never had a squad, bro. We never had a squad, so we've got to rectify that.
Built for free.
So now, how many more players have you got in now that you can
No, at the moment we've got none. Yeah, none. But we need four. But remember the window's still
got no way to go.
The real window hasn't started yet. So if we get 4 or 5 players in, that they can compete for the first team squad. That's fine.
That's a lot of money, though, man.
It depends who you get.
How do the business? It depends.
But to be fair, we can give you 150 for Isaac, and then you can buy some players, isn't it?
Listen, let's put this to bed right now. Yeah, let's put this to bed because
it won't go to bed.
You can't put it.
It won't go to bed. You won't go to bed.
All right.
We're gonna hear this shit forever, bro.
All right.
You can talk.
But let's just state the facts. Let's just say the facts. The facts are he's got 3 years left on his contract.
Contracts mean nothing.
Whoa. 3 years left on his contract.
Contracts mean nothing.
We have not said that he's for sale. Yeah,
never said he isn't.
And even the figures that we quoted, hold on. But even the figures that we quoted is 150 million just to start negotiations, right?
Yeah.
Also, he has not come out and said he wants to leave.
And he hasn't come out and said he wants to stay.
No. But those are the facts. Yeah. So Newcastle, would you agree?
But the same three facts.
And we've got Champions League football.
The same three facts. The same three facts are the same for us, though.
No, but
we're champions.
All right. Okay. So who's in a stronger position at the moment, negotiating wise? Newcastle or Liverpool? Stronger, not stronger. If you have percentage wise, who's stronger in position?
If a player asks to leave,
no, but he hasn't. So who's doing the stronger right now?
But he hasn't said he wants to stay.
What player comes out and said they want to stay? What I'm saying is,
but you're stating your facts.
Okay,
man. That's what I'm saying. You keep saying facts.
Given your facts and the real facts, who's in a stronger position? I'm not saying he can't leave. I'm not saying it's impossible. Who's in a stronger position, Newcastle or Liverpool right now?
60-40 at the moment.
60-40, 100%, yeah.
To you.
Right.
60-40.
Right. We're in a stronger position. That's all that matters.
Right.
We are currently in a stronger position.
Until he comes out and says, I want to go.
No. You have to make a bid first.
No, we don't.
Why is he going to come out? Why is he going to come out and say, "Oh, I want to leave"? Yeah, before any club bids.
I'm not saying come out in the big wild world. I'm saying he can go to his agent and say, "Yeah, Liverpool, we're ready," and then that's when we go to the table.
Until it comes out in public, yeah. What we will know is that if you don't make a bid first, that will happen first, isn't it? You're not going to. Then we'll see if it turns its head.
The bid will only come in if the club know that he wants to go. So if that bid comes in, it's possible.
I agree with that part.
Yeah, but we can still say no.
And we will say no
because we don't need to sell. That's the big thing. We don't need
unless he changes his character and just makes a little noise. You get me, bro?
Crashes out.
That's the only way, bro. Like, cause once he makes noise, bro, I can't see Newcastle winning.
No, bro. It changes then. Don't get me wrong. It changes then. But then, until that happens, there's no conversation to be had.
But it has changed. That's what I'm saying. It has changed because there was
no
noise.
Because the media keeps talking.
There was no noise.
The same way they were going about Arsenal in January.
There was no
noise now.
There was no noise about him. The same way there was no noise about Wirtz, and then bang, that happened. So there's no noise. There's no smoke about fire, as they say. Where did we?
They've been noise about Isak since the beginning of last season, bro. With Arsenal first, and now
that's Arsenal. That's Arsenal. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about us.
It's just the media hype.
Hey, move to disrespect from your voice there, man. Way better. That's Arsenal. Man, I let it run for too long, man. Hey, don't be disrespectful. That's Arsenal.
No, but it is. He's talking about Arsenal. We're talking about Liverpool. It's just the way it is at the moment. That's what I'm saying. There's no noise about Wirtz at all. And then bang, it just started like that. So it's a similar situation. You can say you can keep saying
noise has been happening before Wirtz. The
Are we
Isak
not
noise has
talking
been happening.
Yeah, from Arsenal.
From Arsenal. You keep
Yeah,
saying
from
they're
Arsenal.
talking about Arsenal. From
No,
us.
no,
That's what
the
I'm trying to say
Liverpool.
to you.
I'm talking about the Liverpool noise for about Isak. It started way before Wirtz was a thing. Isak's been going on for weeks. Wirtz came out of nowhere. Isak hasn't. Yeah, this noise has
Wirtz. I mean, Isak's only picked up in the last week or so.
last
for
week.
Liverpool.
Are you mad? You lot have been hyping up for the last 3-4 weeks, bro.
No, I'm talking about in the media. You say
Media,
media. I'm talking about media-wise.
The media has been hyping up for the last 3 or 4 weeks now.
No, not that long. Not that long.
No,
Not this.
It's increased. It's increased as it goes along, but that don't mean nothing.
We'll see.
Yeah? All that's come out from Newcastle thing is that he's not for sale.
He's not for sale.
Not gonna lie, if Liverpool say we want Isak, it's a bit of a problem. It's a bit of a problem.
Because they have to stamp up the right money.
That's fine. It's fine. We've got it.
No, you might have it, but unless you're willing to pay more than 150 million, then there's no compensation to be had. Let's see if
it won't be 150, bro.
It won't be 150.
You keep saying that, bruv. You keep saying that.
What did you say about Wirtz to us?
That's going to be more than 100 million.
You said it's going to be 130. You didn't say that, bro. Don't try it now.
Yeah,
You said it's going to be 130.
You said he said it was going about 140, 150.
I did not say 150, 140. Don't be silly, bro. You did, bro. Stop lying. You're lying. I did not say that. Stop lying, man.
D-Bag, you said 130.
Euros. Was it 30 million euros?
No,
I said euros.
We don't talk in euros in the group. Don't try
We always negotiate better prices, though. Unless it's still like a buyout clause, we always negotiate good prices.
Listen, you won't get Ether for less than 150 million. You won't.
I reckon it might be the 130 like what you thought.
I think it'd be 120, 10 million.
125. 125.
How much is Wirtz?
120, 30, 100.
Plus 100, but what, 16?
16 and
what's the total package? What's the total package going to be for Isak then?
130. 120.
Total package.
120 guaranteed, 10 million and add-ons.
You're smoking, bro. You're mad. There's no way Newcastle letting go for that cheap.
And you can have Jota for 45.
Jota's worth £4.50. Yeah, relax. Isak's not going anywhere. Not this summer. Next summer, I think he goes.
We'll see. But
Liverpool.
I was gonna say that. Are you cool with being in that situation where he's got 2 years left?
Yeah, because we'll get more than what we paid for him.
Would you?
Regardless. Okay.
Would you be? How would you feel end of the season if you don't reach your targets? Like, how would you feel? Like, do you think that was a missed opportunity?
No, because the best chance we have to meet our targets is with Isak in the squad. Unless he gets some mad injury, we can't gamble on him. Because the way I see it, if Liverpool are going to get Isak, it will go to the end of the window, right? So who's Newcastle going to bring in to replace Isak in such short notice?
But say for example, you took 130 million for Isak today, right? And then went and got Gyökeres or another striker that puts the ball in the back of the net. That's what he does, yeah. Do you think you're still solidifying top four?
It depends who the other striker is.
Gyökeres or Ekitike or.
No, if you say Gyökeres and another striker.
No, say you go and get a Gyökeres, or you go out and get Ekitike, or you go out and get Osimhen, somebody of that caliber. Right, because to me, if Liverpool says we'll pay 130 million, I think it's a bit of a problem because I think Isak will want to go. And then you're looking at, okay, do we cash in now and then replace him whilst we can with all of that cash that we've got?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. If it was to happen in the next, say for instance, the first week of July, quick transaction, and it gives us time to get somebody in, a quality striker, and because we can strengthen our midfield, whatever, then all right, I'll be disappointed that he's going to leave, but it helps significantly. My problem is a deal like that doesn't get done in a week or so. Yeah, so it's going to drag on to near the end of the window and give us no time to find alternative replacements. Yeah,
I don't think Liverpool will do that though to you. I don't think Liverpool will do that to you.
No, but the way Newcastle move. I
hear that, but I don't think Liverpool will drag it out that long.
I think it either happens early or it doesn't happen at all.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
One of those ones.
They wouldn't do you dirty like that. I reckon if they're going to do it, it'd be bang, a week and it's done, or 3 or 4 days. They wouldn't drag it out. On our end, anyway, I don't think we'll do that.
Yeah, personally, I think you're more chance of getting Anthony Gordon. That's just me.
You keep saying that ship sailed from last season, bro. That ship from last season. That is just. He had the deal
man,
there.
you keep saying these sources for Gordon to us, bro.
I'm not saying sources. It's just a hunch. Let's call it a hunch. Let's call it a hunch.
That's been going on longer than the Isak one. The question. So, do you think Isak's actually worth 150?
Yeah.
No players.
No.
If we're talking about market, in this madness that we live in.
Yeah, in the madness, with everything.
Yeah.
Are you? Because I saw it on Talk Sports. Are you not willing to give him that kind of paycheck though?
We're gonna have to break that wage structure. That's the big deal.
Yeah.
We have to break our wage structure, bro, to move forward. Not just Isak in general. Get me? We can't compete. And BMO, I thought that was a given.
Because I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I think it was Talk Sport. I see it on, but I'm saying this: if you turn down 130, you're giving his agent space to really push for a real paycheck. You can't say no to their demands.
That's what I'm saying. Of course, they have to. It's like if he's worth big money like that, and everyone's onto him, and we value him so much, which we do, brother, you have to make him the highest paid by a distance because he ain't the highest paid now.
See, and then if you think about it, that will most probably, if you don't sell him, he's got 2 years on his contract as well. So it is kind of a sticky situation that you're kind of getting yourself in.
It could be, but we'll see. Anyway, for now, I think he's staying, bro. If he's gonna go, and if, like, let's say Liverpool's still doing their thing, or it could be anyone, it could be Barca, it could be other clubs, not just Liverpool. Do you get what I'm saying? And get me, Newcastle just got to keep on being ambitious in the league as well, because otherwise players start looking left and right and thinking, you get me? I fancy it over there. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a big summer window for us, bro. And like Scan said before a couple of times on my stream, just to show ambition that, and the other players like the Brunos, I think he's overrated a bit, and the other players to say like, yo, we're trying to do this thing. You get what I'm saying? We're trying. Otherwise, man will turn their head.
You man standing up and booing him if he's at Liverpool on the second game of the season.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No comment, man.
He said yes. He's not.
Wow. Boy. Some of us got cussed for talking about booing players.
Boy. We won't get to that. That's another day.
If he gives you like 130, you're still gonna boo.
Depends what we do with that money. I'm booing the board. If they don't spend that wisely, so they need to spend that money wisely, and swiftly. Yeah. Remember,
the direct striker, he's irreplaceable.
Irreplaceable. That's what I say.
He's
irreplaceable, bro.
He is.
There's no striker like him in the league.
So we say it's a continued situation.
With Andy Cole, but you ended up getting Shearer, didn't you, later on? So,
well, Ferdinand and then.
Yeah, but that was all planned, though. That was all.
You'll be fine.
Keegan had a little mind.
So Gamerish is your highest paid 160.
Yeah.
So Isak will get 250. Isak will get 250.
150 million pound player get 250.
He needs 300,000 minimum, boy.
Yeah. 300.
Wasn't there something about PSR saying that you lot can't go above a certain wage structure or something?
No, I never heard about that one.
It's in the article today.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I swear I saw it.
We're good.
What article's that?
No. What I'm saying is you're good for PSR. I'm saying you can't offer a certain amount of wages because of PSR or something. I'm not too sure.
Get rid of it if you get rid of the board and that.
But that's got to break. That structure's got to break somehow. Otherwise, it's to get me. Other teams will just bypass us. That can't happen, man.
So when you're saying give him 250 or 300, do you think he signs a new contract then for like? Because how are we giving him 250 unless he's signing a new contract?
Can they renegotiate terms of that? I don't know how it works, innit? Can they not renegotiate terms and put a clause in there or something? I don't know.
I've never heard of a player getting more money without a new contract, innit? Because it might be, because the way I'm seeing it with Isak is if he's gonna go, he's gonna go early in the window. or is he's probably going to sign an extension under the agreement that you shot me next year, innit? And that's when he has the opportunity to have
put a release clause on there or something.
Yeah, should have a whole new contract, bro. Just start again. You get me? Just have to.
I reckon it'd be the extension.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, similar to what Gordon did, didn't it? Didn't Gordon do that last season, beginning of the season?
He signed a new contract.
It's a new contract.
That's why no one's been linked to him.
Well, he's got the same amount of terms on as Isak left on his contract.
What? He's got a release clause, you say?
No, he's got the same amount of term, 3 years left on his contract.
Yeah, he was down to 18 months, so he signed an extension. Then he was down to 18 months when Liverpool were looking at him last season.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, still the same ending. 3 years left.
Yeah, Gordon's 2030.
Yeah, so he's at an extension.
I read it.
He's at 28. Gordon's
yeah,
30.
I read Gordon's 28 as well. I read it today, but maybe I read it wrong. I don't know.
Fuck knows.
What he said? Is that age?
No. The year that his contract thing.
Don't rush age of that bad day. You get me? No.
Yeah, Gordon's had an extension October 24 to June 30th, 2030.
6 years.
6 years remaining. He's got Gordon.
Yeah, he agreed to 6 years.
Yeah, you get God nowhere.
Well, we'll see it.
Trust. All right, then. Yeah, over an hour. So, last but not least, I want to need to see how you man there feel about the Liverpool squad. You get me? My little view, real quickly. I'm happy with our centre back signings. I feel like it's Trent and Robertson reunited again, reinvented.
2.0.
Say that again.
2.0.
Yeah, 2.0. Yeah, Rizzle, what are you saying first? How you feel about these?
Signings.
Yeah. I'm saying we got the here we go, innit?
Yeah, pretty much. We're just waiting for the official confirmation from the club, but it's been kind of wrapped up for the last 10 days. I've been hearing they started negotiating 10 days ago, and it was a quick. They wrapped up quite quickly because Richard Hughes was the director of football, or one of the main guys at Bournemouth for 15 years. So he got all the promotions with them. So he's got friendships with them. So the negotiation wasn't a long thing. They just said what they wanted, and it was pretty smooth from what I kind of read. So Kirkes, I've actually watched Kirkes play last year. I when he played against Crystal Palace. I went to that game, and he just took my eye because of his energy. He was very aggressive with his defending, going forward as well. And I was like, "Wow, this guy's all right." And then over the season, this season, he's done his thing, and I was like, "You know what? I do like this guy." And then there was talk about him or Ignori, I think that is how you say it, from Wolves that we're interested in. But I always like Kirkes because he's full of energy, and the way he plays, I thought suited us better. So I'm very impressed with that one because we needed a left back. Robertson is on his last legs. He was a liability last season, if I'm gonna be honest. So whenever there was something that went wrong, it was pretty much Robertson coming down Robertson's area or Robertson's misplaced pass or something like that. It happened too many times. So, and I think against Everton, just coming to the top, against Everton in the derby at their ground, he did something where he just ran someone and pushed someone, and Slot just turned away and went, "Oh my God." And I think Slot was like, "Nah, I need a new left back." So I'm happy with that. Frimpong, fantastic signing. He can play, like we said last week, higher, or he can go up when Salah goes AFCON. He's an option for the right wing. And Wirtz, I don't need to say much on that. It speaks for itself. It's great signing. I would like to see a centre back come in though, and a number 9. Let's be greedy. And a number 6 if possible, but we can dream.
What happens with Soboslai?
Boy, that's a good question. I would say he rotates with 1 or 2 others, but it's a good question to see what happens with him this season. I think he'll still be used quite a lot, but where he plays, I don't know. Somewhere in that midfield, obviously. But his energy, to take his energy out of the team is a big thing to kind of go. So That's one of the things I'm really looking forward to seeing this season. How he uses Szoboszlai and where he uses them.
I think he's going to be back up 10 and 8. I think because McAllister, he ain't going to be able to do that again.
I think he's going to change games. Yeah, I think it'll be different games, isn't it? It's like when he played City, when he played the double 10s. I think them sort of games, the big games, I think he'll come in.
Definitely.
You saying, Olu? I know he's late. We'll close up here, Olu. But yeah, what you saying, gang? How you feel about the season? How you feel about things going for your team, Arsenal?
I'm calm. I am chill, man. It's what, the 24th of June. We'll see what happens, man. Hopefully, if we sign this come through. Obviously,
man, if you don't know, Olu is one of the hardest Donnies to fire shots at. You can't. It's like
Teflon Don.
He can't rattle me, man.
We've already rattled him already when we said Arsenal. He was rattled.
Nah, man. It was just the disrespect. That's all, man. It was like, oh, Arsenal cannot sign Isak, but you can. Oh, it's only Arsenal. Nah. On the real, I don't know. Listen, obviously, there's a lot of noise happening right now. We'll see what happens if we sign players or which players we sign. Listen, I've said it before. Liverpool, for me, team to beat next season. I just hope we level up. I just hope we take the game to you guys. I mean, third game of the season. Let's see what happens, man. That's my dog. I don't get stressed no more about football, man. I'm too old and too ugly, as I'd like to say, man. I don't get stressed anymore about football like this. I've seen too many times of Arsenal hurting me for me to care that much like that. So
man's numb to it. Man's numb to the pain now.
I'm numb to the pain, man. No, on the road, though. Look, I think we'll be strong again this season. I think we'll give as good as we gave for the past, not last season, but the season before, and we'll see what we end up with. But obviously, we need new signings because, to be honest, Havertz, as much as I think he can contribute, we need a better striker than him. I cannot watch Martinelli and Trossard on the left-hand side anymore. I'll pull my eyes out. And as much as I think everyone overhypes what Rodrigo does, because I haven't seen enough of Rodrigo on the left-hand side to say he's that great a left winger. I would take anyone right now than watching Martinelli run the ball off the pitch. So as long as we get...
No, you won't.
No, you're right. I won't have good. You're right. You're right.
You wouldn't have Rashford. No, you won't.
All right. Do that. Within reason. Okay. As long as we can get sold as an upgrade of Martinelli, get a striker, I think we'll still be thereabouts. And obviously, I just hope the luck goes our side. So, yeah. You're not going to get anything too crazy for me right now. But when the season starts, you know me, I'm going to talk my shit. I'm going to talk my shit, regardless of. And Preach, too many battles me and you have had.
Still. And how you man feel about Partey as well? Like, so all last season he was called one of the best midfielders in the Prem. He was really highly rated, and then Power.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Listen, I think Partey had two seasons last season, right? There's the first half of the season when he was really, really good. But towards the end of the season, he was starting to make basic mistakes, right? And I think he's old, or he's looking old. All those injuries are catching up with him. I don't think we're going to see the best of Partey anymore. So sometimes it's the right time to move on before you see the worst of a player and it become a detriment. So imagine we give him 2-year contracts and he just falls off a cliff, right? Because sometimes we think we're thinking in the moment, but sometimes you have to look at a player and go, actually, are you on a decline? Should you do a Casemiro and give him a long-term contract or longer-term contract? And obviously you're stuck with the contract for an extra 2 years and you can't get rid of this player, right? And so that's where it's like you got to balance it out. I thought towards the end of last season, as well as he played in some games, there were times when he was having lapses in concentration. So if you can upgrade on him, upgrade. There's no emotion in this game for me. Like, he started off the season well last season, but I thought he tailed off. And if Mendy's an upgrade on him, again, I didn't really watch Sosa that much to tell you how good he is or not. Well, if he's an upgrade, then I'm happy with that. If not, get a 6'5" Central African guy with a name like Diaby or Musa or something like that. So you know what I mean? Get one of them in the midfield, one of those big brolic black dudes, and say, right, go run the midfield.
Say nothing. Yeah. Yeah, we've gone over an hour 20 minutes. Appreciate you, man. There's a lot of you, man. It was last minute. Respect for that as well. Yeah, man. Originally I had like some little tournament plan, but yeah, nah. It's cool, you get me. Another time, it's early stages, you get me.
That's what I was expecting. I was like, okay, I gotta get out for this game thing. I was like, oh, see, no game thing now.
Yeah,
I had AI on tap next to me there.
Still a bit of cobwebs, you get me. Still, like, but you didn't.
No,
Like, you weren't no quiz or nothing. You get me. It's like a little penalty shootout tournament. You get me, and you get me. And then next time I need to practice a bit more in the movement and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll get that going. We'll have a champion, and then I'm looking to do like the end of season overall champion. You get me? So
wait, what we're hearing is this. Wait. What we're hearing is this, right? Preach could not do it well enough, so he thought he was gonna lose. So he said, "Let me postpone it," because you guys didn't hear it. He said, "I had to practice and get the movement right." So it was about him not being good enough. The
hosting thing. You get me? Like,
guys, you gotta listen. You gotta listen to what he doesn't say.
Don't worry. There'll be some Fair Play Cup champions. Don't worry, we'll get that going soon. But yeah, once again, big up for showing up, answering the call. Get me? Those that are listening, big up the chat. Big up those that are listening after. Follow the @. They're all over the socials, YouTube, Instagram. You get me? You, man, there. Feel no way to link up, follow. You get me, Carl? Definitely want to have you, man, there back on the show. You get me? So respect for that. We're going to call this call it a night. You get me?
No, big up to you, bro.
Big up, man.
Peace.
Peace up, man. Peace up.
In that stream. Yeah, big up you, man. Thank you.